Okay, today we'll be going through some examples from exercise 4.3, page 187 of your Discovering Mathematics textbook. I'll just dive right into question 6 itself, which can be found on page 187. So for question 6a, what we have is aeroplane A will arrive at time, B will not. So basically is A is on time, and I want B to be not on time or can be late. So just fill in the probabilities. For A to be on time is 3/4. So for B to be not on time is actually 1/6. How do I get 1/6? I just take 1 minus 5/6, because 5/6 will be on time, hence right 1/6 will be not on time. So for part A, what I have is the probability, okay, will be equals to 3/4 times 1/6. So it's B is A on time and B is not on time. Oops, I made a mistake there. Is B not on time. So what I'll get there is 3/24. In simplest form is 1/8. Okay, for 6b, both planes will not arrive on time. So is A not on time and B not on time. So A not on time is 1/4, B not on time is 1/6. So the probability that I'm looking for here is 1/4 times 1/6 is equals to 1/24. Okay, what assumptions have I made to solve A and B? The assumptions, right, is that the probabilities don't affect each other. So what I say is that the arrival times are independent of each other. And move on to question 8. Okay, now what I want from question 8 is for both letters are R. So if both letters are R, so that means right from the first word I get R. Okay, that will be 2/7. Okay, how do I get 2/7? Because if you notice down here there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there are 2 R's. So for I1, okay, so the probability in this case from the first word I get a letter R is 2/7, and from the second letter, okay, if you notice I already picked one R already. So if I already picked one R from Orchard, how many R's are there left? There's only one R left out of a total of how many letters left to pick is 6. So in this case, what I have right is 1/21. There's no replacement here because you have already picked one R, so you don't put back the R. You cannot pick that same R again. Now, for the second one, only one letter is R. It means that first is R, second is not R. Is there any other possibilities that I can go to pick only one letter as R? Yes, another branch as possible will be the first letter I pick is not R, and the second letter that I pick is an R. Okay, now, so the first letter for it to be R is 2, 7, and not an R is 5/6. Similarly, if I want not R is 5/7, and if I want an R is, the probability is 2/6. So this probability on top is 2/7 times 5/6. This probability gives me that the first is R, the second is not R. The second one is not R, 5/7, and the second letter is an R, is 2/6. So the probability that only one R will be 2/7 times 5/6 plus 5/7 times 2/6. What I get is 10/21. Okay, for our last one, none of the letters are R. Basically, it means that, okay, so no R. It means that the first is not R. If the first is not R, is 5/7. The second is not R. Okay, I already picked a not R already. I want another not R. There's 4 of them left over a total of 6. So what I have is 10 over 21. And this will be the last question before I let you go and try some work on class kick. Okay, this is question 13. Okay, question 13 has Alif, Barik, and Kylie. Okay, we'll pass an art explanation. So if all 3 are passing, so the probability in this case means that Alif passes is 4/5, and Barik passes is 5/7, and Kylie passes is 2/3. So what we have is all 3 will pass. Is 8 over 21. Okay, now the next one is at least one of them will pass the art examination. Okay, at least one of them to pass the art examination. So there's only one possibility that I don't want. Okay, out of all possibilities, and that possibility is all fail. So what I'll do is, what I don't want is all fail. Okay, what I find here is means that Alif fails is 1/5, and Barik fails is 2/7, and Kylie fails is 1/3. So the only probability that I don't want is all 3 to fail is 2 over 105. Hence, P at least 1 passes is equals to the sum of all probability, which is 1 minus 2 over 105. So what I get is 103 upon 105. Finally, only Alif will pass. So that means what I want is P only Alif passes. It means this Alif passes is 4/5, okay, but Barik to fail is 2/7, and Kylie to fail is 1/3. So if I do the multiplication, what I get is 8 upon 105. And that concludes the few examples I have. Please do try